Good morning. Mr. DCS is here in graphing equation of circles. So remember that we have been working on equation of circle. When the equation is given to you in general form, you transform it in standard form to identify the center in the radius. So today we're going to graph circles. In order to graph circles, we need to identify the center and the radius. Once you know the center and the radius, you will be able to graph it. So that's what we are about to do. We have an equation that's already in standard form. So it's the equation already put in standard form for you. You don't have to do anything, just identify the center and the radius and you will be able to graph. So remember the standard form of the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So in this case, your h is always next to your x, your k is always next to your y, and this is your r squared. So we don't need r squared, we need to find r. In order to find r, and we will have now r squared is equal to 9. To find r, you will have to take the square root of 9. In this case, the radius of the circle is 3 units, whatever unit you are using. And remember that when that expression x plus something is inside parentheses, so identify the center, you have to take the opposite of that number. So the center will be located at -1. Since it's a positive 1, you have to take the opposite of that. That's your h, which is your x coordinate of the center. To find the y coordinate of the center, same thing, you have to take the opposite of y minus k, so it will be a positive 4. So my center of this circle is -1, 4, and r is 3. So those are the information that I need to graph. So I will go in the coordinate grid. Alright. In this case, I am at -1, 4 is the center. So I will have to go to 1 to the 1 unit. Alright, 1 unit to the left and go 4 unit up. That will be my center. My center is located at -1/4. Alright, now the radius is 3 units, so I can go 3 units from my center up. So I will be at this point here. That will be -1. That if that was 4, that will be 5, 6, 7. That will be -1, 7. So usually that's the only thing that you need to graph a circle if you have a compass. If you have a compass, you will have to put the tip of the compass in the center and connect it to the radius, and you swap it, you'll get a perfect circle. In this case, so since we don't have a compass, so we're gonna go down 3 units. So that will be 1, 2, 3. That will be at this unit here, right? Since my radius has -1/4, so I'm gonna drop down 3 units from my center. 1, 2, 3. That will give me -1, 1. This becomes my diameter, the diameter of this circle, right? Which is 6 units. The other option, I will have to go 3 units to the right, right? That will be 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. I will be here at 2, 4. The other option, I can go 3 units to the left. So I was at -1, -2, that's 2 unit, -3, alright, and I will be here at this point here, which is -4, 4. Again, this will give me the diameter, another diameter. So I will need those 4 points to use my skill to the best of your ability to draw a circle. Use those 4 points, right? More or less, it's going to look like an oval, but it should not be an oval. It should be a circle. That will be your circle, then you're done. So that's the best I can do with not without the proper tools. And this is the center of the circle. Right? If you continue this becomes a diameter, and this is the diameter. So that's your circle. That's how you deal when you're graphing a circle. So for the second problem here, in this case we have x squared. In this case you're not shifting either to the right or to the left. In this case the x coordinate is 0 for the center. And you have y minus 3. In this case negative 3 becomes positive 3. My center is 0, 3. I'm on the y-axis at 3 units. And my r squared is equal to 25. So I'm going to take the square root of that. In this case, r is 5 units. So I have my center, I have my radius, then I can go grab that. Alright, in this case, I have to create another graph, another grid. My center is at 0, 3 on the y-axis. That will be 0, 3. My radius is 5, so I'm going 5 units upright. That will be my 5 unit. So if I count from 3, that will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be 0, 8. Once again, if I have the proper tool, I will put my compass here in the center, my tip of the compass in the center of the circle, and at 0, 8, then I swap it, I will get my perfect circle. So since I'm not using that, so I'm going to go 5 units, right, from 0, 3, that will be 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, that will be 0, negative 1, 0, negative 2, I will be here. And that will be the diameter of the circle, which is 10 units. And the other option, I have to go 5 units to the right. I go 5 units to the right, that will be here. This point will be 5, 3. Or the other option, I can go 5 units to the left from that, from my center. This point will be negative 5, 3. And those are the 4 points that I'm going to curved, circle or curve, not line. Right. The best I can do without the proper tool. This is my circle with the center here. Then you're done. Alright, so those are the easy one. When you are giving an equation in standard form, you identify the center and the radius. Then you plot the center, then you go either up the unit of radius and down from the center, from unit of radius, and you do the same thing to the right and to the left to generate 4 other points on the circles. Then you can graph your circle. So those are the easy one when you are just giving the equation in standard form. But remember, not all the time the equation will be given to you in standard form. So let's go when the equation is not given the standard form, where you have x squared plus y squared minus 8x minus 12y minus 36 is equal to 0. In this case, you know this equation is general form. You need to consider that in standard form first. In this case, you need to get rid of your constant by adding 36 on each side. Then this will be equal to 36. Then you do your family grouping as always. Plus y squared minus 12y That's your family grouping. Then you go by starting the completing the square process. You need the xm to become a perfect square trinomial. In this case, you take negative 8, you divide by 2, then you square the outcome. This will give you negative 4, and you square it. That will give you 16. You add 16 on this side. Remember, if you add 16 on this side, you have to add 16 on the other side, so the equation can be balanced. And you remember, you need to save that because you're going to use it as a reference. And this you do the same thing here. You take negative 12, you divide by 2, then you square it. That will give you negative 6. When you square negative 6, that will become 36, and you add 36 here. Then this will be your reference also. When you add 36 on that side, you add 36 on this side also. You will have 36 plus 36, that will be 72. 72 plus 16, that will be about 84. Alright, that will be 88. 88, not 84. Discounting 8 and 8. That become this. You will have 88. Then you will write that. This is your x term. Remember, that was minus 4. That was your reference. You need that. Your reference for y, that was minus 6. Then now your equation is in standard form. That's what you want. Now you need to identify the center of the circle. Then that will be your h, that will be your k, and this is your r squared. So then we're going to take the opposite of that. This is 4. We're going to take the opposite of this. This is 6. So the center of the circle is 4, comma 6. So we're going to take the square root of that. You will have r squared is equal to 88. Then you take the square root of that. Since you're going to grab that, you're going to change that to decimal or not. Or if you want to round that as a, find the biggest perfect square on that, that will be 4 times 22. Then that will be 2 square root of 22. So r squared, r will be, alright, 2 square root of 22, or you change that to decimal. So you're going to change that to decimal either way, because since you are graphing. So let's see if I can find an estimate for that. You take root of 22, and you will determine where to put that on the graph as your radius. Alright, if you are taking a test, remember, not all the time that your answer is going to be in decimal, but in this case, you want the answer to be in decimal so you can know where is that. So root of 82 is about 9.38, which is 9.4. Right? This is equivalent to 9.4. That the radius. The radius is 9.4. Then we can go grab that. So we have the radius and we have the center. As always, this is your goal. So I'm gonna grab that baby. Alright, it is at 4, 6. This is a huge circle. So I may have to increase that 4. You go 4 unit and 6 unit up. That 4, 6. This is the center of the circle. And I'm going to 9 unit and 2/5. That's what it's telling you. Alright, I want to go 9 unit up. That's another 9 unit from the center. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2/5. Will be somewhere down there. This will be 4 and 15 2/5. So that will be 4 and 15.4. Right. If you add this will go for 6 units. If you take 6 units, you add 9 point something, that will give you 15 point something. So the same thing here. This is your radius. From it to there is a radius, so we need to generate 4 points again. So we go in from that unit, and this is 6. You will be somewhere at negative 3.4. That will be somewhere down there. And this point will be 4 negative 3.4. And as you know, this will be the diameter. Hence again, from 4 unit, you're going to be 9.4 to that. You will be at 13.4. Alright, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.4 will be somewhere down there. And that will leave you at here. 13.4 and 6. Alright, same thing here. If you add 4 units, you're going to add 13.4 to it. You will be at negative 5.4. 4, 5, 5.4 will be 5.4 negative 5.4 comma 6. So now we are ready to graph our circles. Will not be the perfect circle, so but you have to do your best to do this. That's my circle, and that's what you are supposed to do. Find the center and the radius, then you are in business. So let's do a couple more, then you will see that how it is, how you deal with those babies or those bad boys. Alright. Next problem, you have x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. So let's put that in standard form. In order to put that in standard form, we know we have to get rid of the constants. You have 12 on each side. Then this side will become 12. Then we do family grouping, which is x squared minus 6x. Alright. Y squared plus 4y. Then we try to make each term a perfect square trinomial. So you take the negative 6, you divide by 2, and whatever the outcome is negative 3, then you square it. That will give you 9. So you add 9 on that side, this becomes a perfect square trinomial for this term. If you add 9 on this side, you have to add 9 on the other side so it can be balanced. If you don't do that, so equation will not be balanced. And likewise, you come here, you take the y term, you divide by 2, then you square the outcome. 4 divided by 2 is 2, then you square 2, that will give you 4, and you need that as your reference. And if you add 4 on that side, you must add 4 on that side. Then this will become your perfect square trinomial for this side. Then you're going to square those babies, and we sum them up. In this case, that will give you 9, 12 plus 9 is 21, 21 plus 4 is 25. So my r squared is 25. Alright? So my x is my x term, and my reference was negative 3. That's what goes inside the parentheses. And my second term is y, and my reference was 2. That's what goes inside. Now my equation is in standard form. That's my objective. Then I can identify the center and the radius of the circle. Then I can go graph that. Alright, in this case, this is my h. My h is always next to my x. My k is always next to my y. And this is my r squared. So in this case, they will tell you to take the opposite of whatever inside the parentheses. The opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. The opposite of positive 2 is negative 2. This is my center. And my r squared is 25. So I will have to take the square out. In this case, r, my radius is 5. So I find what I need. So the same thing I can come here. My center is 3, negative 2. Alright. So I will have to clean that, making another graph so it can look much clearer than that, nicer than that. So when you present your work has to be presentable. So our center is 3 and negative 2, that in fourth quadrant, that will be 3, negative 2. This is the center of the circle, and my radius is 5. From there, I want to go 5 units down. If I go 5 units down, alright, I know I will be at negative 7 somewhere. Alright, so that will be 3 and negative 7. Still in the fourth quadrant. Alright, so here I'm at 3, 2. So I want to go 5 units up. I will be at 3, 3. So that will be this. And if I connect those two all the way, that will be my diameter. And I want to go 5 units to the right. That will be, I will be at 8 on the x-axis. That will be 8 and negative 2. 8 and negative 2. That will be somewhere down there. Alright, if I'm at here, I want to go 5 units. I will be at negative 5 on the x-axis. That will be negative 5, negative 2. And now I need to do the best I can to graph that. This is the circle I can do, that the best I can do. That was Mr. DC's in graphing equation of circle, and I hope you get the concept. So your goal, not all the time your circle gonna be the same way, is depending how they give it to you, right? Your goal is to identify the center and the radius, then you'll be able to graph. So sometimes they will put it in standard form for you, that is there. So remember, your h is always next to x, your y is always next to k, and whatever is equal on the other side is your r squared. You have to take the square root of that. Then that's your radius. So you plot your center where it belongs. Then you move either 4 directions. You go radius unit from the center, radius unit down from the center, radius unit to the right, radius unit to the left. Then that's your 4 points on the circle. Then you graph it. But if you have a compass, you only need to find the center and the radius and put the tip of the compass on the center and the other tip on the radius, and you swap. You will get the perfect circle all the time. That was Mr. DC's graphing equation of circle. See you.